Where Winds Meets pulls you right into the heart of wuxia fantasy, where every sword clash, every quiet conversation, and every hidden story feels alive. It's not just another MMORPG with a pretty world slap on top, so what makes this game interesting? Let's dive in.
Hey, this is Sean from Gamer Braves. It's been 8 years since we established Gamer Braves channel. We went to a lot of overseas game conference. We did a lot of exclusive interview with a lot of prominent figures from the industry, Ryuzo Sugimoto, Sean Layden, and even Yagu. One of the easiest way to support us is to subscribe to our channel. Support like this will actually gives us motivation and pushes us to produce better content. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. Please enjoy the rest of the video.
In Where Winds Meet, the story is the backbone of the entire experience. You play as a young hero chasing the dream of becoming a legendary wuxia, and the game makes sure that journey feels personal. Main quests, side missions, even world bosses are laced with narrative touches that actually matter. Some of them even hit surprisingly deep emotional notes. The only weak link is the English voiceover. It sounds a little bit plain, so if you want the full authentic vibe, we recommend you to go for the Chinese voiceover. It fits the tone and atmosphere much more better than the English counterpart. The combat system in Where Winds Meet revolves around deflection, and mastering it is the key to victory. Sure, you can dodge or defend, but deflection steals the spotlight. Timing it just right interrupts enemy attacks, turns the tide of the battle with big damages, and it just feels incredibly satisfying. Perfect dodges look flashy, but it doesn't really change the fight much beyond a brief slow motion effect. Compared to the single player version, the combat here is more streamlined, which makes sense for an MMO setting. It still has enough depth to stay engaging. The game even scales with your progress. As you grow stronger, so does the world around you. It keeps every encounter challenging, forcing you to rely on skill and timing instead of just grinding levels like you usually do in MMO. Boss fights are easily one of the best things about this game. They are not just big health bars that you whack until they drop, but rather they tell stories. Some of them are tied directly to the main narrative, complete with cutscenes and emotional payoffs. It's actually quite rare to see an MMO give this much care to boss design. You will also find that many boss encounters involve more than just fighting. You might have to solve puzzles, unlock hidden paths, or explore maze-like dungeons before you even reach the arena. It makes each fight feel like a mini adventure of its own, with a mix of storytelling, exploration, and challenge that feels uniquely rewarding. Exploration is where the game's world really shines. At first, you're limited to Qinghe, but as you progress, new areas like Kaifeng starts opening up. Every corner hides something, from quirky encounter to deep side quests that expand the lore. One of our favorite moments was an encounter involving a horse. It sounded stupid and silly at first, but it turned out oddly touching. These little interactions add so much character to the world, breaking up the usual quest grind with humor and heart. Exploration also gets better when you bring friends along. Some side quests can be tackled cooperatively, letting you solve puzzles and take on challenges together with your friend. Add in random world events and spontaneous moments like helping strangers or witnessing arguments, and the world genuinely feels alive. Where Winds Meet doesn't box you into a single path. You can be a righteous hero saving villagers or turn rogue and live as a thief. The world reacts to your decisions, and the consequences make your choices feel meaningful. You can also challenge NPCs through the martial fellowship system to build your reputation, or spend your time relaxing with minigames. Fishing, go chess, mahjong, archery, rhythm challenges, and even debating. The amount of side content here is wild. Many of these can also be done with friends, making the world feel like an actual shared space rather than just lobby-based MMO. Some quests even rely on real-time waiting, progressing only after a full in-game day or specific time. It gives the world a real sense of rhythm, like everything's moving even when you are not. Oh, and if you love secrets, there's plenty of secrets to find. Strange artifacts, mysterious items, unexpected effects. Sometimes things go wrong, like learning a mystical art that ends up cursing your character. It's funny, frustrating, and fascinating all at once. Visually, the game is stunning. The art direction is straight out of a Chinese painting, misty mountains, glowing rivers, and detailed towns full of life. Every rope sways, every sword spark glimmers. The day-night cycle and weather shifts keep the world dynamic, and when combat kicks in, it all turns cinematic. The mystic arts light up the screen beautifully, making every battle look like a scene from a martial arts film. Since this is the PS5 early access version, a few technical hiccups are to be expected. We run into occasional crashes, unresponsive controls, and even a few issues leaving dungeons. So far, it's nothing game-breaking yet, but enough to remind you that it is still in development. The multiplayer aspect also takes time to open up. You won't be able to fully dive into co-op right away, which can feel limiting for an MMO. And because of the live service setup, the storytelling flow isn't as smooth as a single-player RPG. Level caps and progression systems can interrupt the pacing a little bit. Where Winds Meet stands out as a beautifully crafted WuXia MMORPG that manages to feel alive and emotional at the same time. From its deflection-based combat and powerful boss fights to its freedom of choice and small heartfelt moments, it builds a world that feels worth getting lost in. Sure, it has a few early access issues and pacing quirks, but the experience as a whole is genuinely impressive. So if you are into Chinese martial arts stories, open world exploration, and beautifully cinematic combat, this is a journey worth taking. And seriously, play it in Chinese voiceover. It just hits differently and you will thank us later. So that is all for this video today. What do you think of Where Winds Meet? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and as usual, I will see you in the next one.